Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Madz. Thank you so much for watching me. Today I'm going to be talking about my November favorites. If you want to see what they are, then keep on watching. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so usually when I do these favorites videos, I don't really go in order, but I do like to break it down into topics. So the first topic we're going to talk about is skincare. So the first thing I want to talk about is this right here. This is the Ultra Repair Cream from First Aid Beauty. It's their Intense Hydration one. And I'm actually not just talking about this, but like this as a set, like in a bundle. I believe it's called their Skin Summit. I picked this up like last month, and honestly I've just been loving it so much. You guys know that I'm obsessed with my Drunk Elephant Lala Retro Whipped Cream for the winter time specifically, but this one is more cost effective, but at the same time really good as well. So let me show you what all comes in the entire set if you buy the Skin Summit. So you get the full-size facial radiance pads, the full-size Ultra Repair Cream. You also get the Pure Skin Face Cleanser, which by the way I haven't used that, but I have used the radiance pads, the moisturizer, and also the instant oatmeal mask. I've also used that. Really good for people who have like sensitive skin, like eczema, like just dry flaky skin. Also, I really enjoyed their hydrating serum that also comes with it. So you get a lot, and I think this set was like $48. So if you were to look at it as like, as a bundle, you're actually saving like so much money. So yeah, I just thought I should share that. You can go ahead and pick this up from Sephora if you guys want to try it out. So the next skincare item, I've talked about this like a million times on my Instagram stories because everyone asks me like what I use, because I hate cleansers that when you wash your face it just feels so dry and so tight, like it just pulls. This is the only cleanser that I have found that does not make my skin feel dry or tight, but it also like takes out all the makeup and all the gunk, and you feel like really cleansed, So this is the Murad Resurgence Renewing Cleansing Cream. It does have the consistency, like the texture of a cream when you use it, and then it like lathers up. It's honestly like the best cream cleanser that I've ever tried, and this is like huge. Like the bottle's like, a good size. It's not like a small one, so I think this would last me like, I've been using it ever since like this summer, and I'm not even like all the way through with mine, so it just goes to show you just need like a pea-size amount and then you should be good. Alright, so moving on to another skincare item. You're probably like, oh my god, you have so many skincare items, but honestly I frequently change my skincare just to see like, what works best for me, So recently I picked up this Drunk Elephant C Firma Day Serum, and let me tell you why you need this in your life, okay? It's gonna sound like a QVC moment, but let me tell you. I had really bad, texture skin like before, like last year when I made my video about why I had such bad dry skin and how I got rid of it. Well, that actually left like really bad demarcation and discoloration around my mouth, and I could not cover up that discoloration and that pigmentation unless I was using like a corrector. Now I don't have to use a corrector, and I can just wear like regular foundation and it'll cover it up. Only because this took away, like, this evened out my skin, it toned my skin, it brightened my skin. It just like did everything, And within a week of using this, I was like blown away because my skin felt like it felt like it was back to normal. And I haven't found anything that has worked as well as this. This is the first time I'm using actually no, this is the second time I'm using something with vitamin C in it. This actually has 15% L-ascorbic acid, pumpkin ferment extract. What this really has is ferulic acid, and if you Google the benefits of that, you can see why it's so good. And I don't think there's a brand out there that charges like a good price for ferulic acid besides like The Ordinary. I've tried that one feels too sticky on me and it's just too much, but this one's actually really good. Although I have to say this does have a scent to it, not a pleasant scent I would have to say, but you kind of get used to it. I usually just pop this in my fridge, and then whenever I have to use it, I just like, take it out of the fridge, and it's cooling and it just feels so nice, and I use it every morning. I don't use it during the daytime, but during the nighttime, but I do use it every morning when I do all my skincare stuff in the morning. If you are looking to purchase this, I would highly recommend getting the kit that it comes with, like the holiday kit. If you're watching this during the holiday time, please go ahead and save yourself some money and buy the holiday version because you also get like minis of everything else. So this came with the Agent Ellie kit. I'll link everything down below that I talk about, and I highly recommend you check that out, you know, as a bundle, whereas so you can try out more things for the same price, you know. Alright, so like I said, how it comes in a bundle, the C Firma, it also comes with a few little minis, two of which I've never tried before, which I got to try. This is the Shaba Complex Eye Serum, and I wasn't really a fan of, like, I don't really like believe in having a serum, like an eye serum, before you put on an eye cream, but it has made the biggest difference in terms of my under eyes, and it's not as dry, especially in the winter time. So I highly recommend getting, like, you know, they also have minis. I think they also sell these as minis. So just trying out their eye serum. Look how cute this is. This is the second thing I'm going to talk about from the little minis that came with it. This is the Umbra tint. This is their sunscreen, and oh my goodness, I've tried their like Umbra, like whatever, the other one without the tint, and just like any sunscreen, it does kind of leave me like a white cast a little bit, but this one does not, because it's actually tinted, and it comes like this. Like, this is a tiny one, so you just kind of twist it open and it just pops out of right here. But anyways, this is actually really good. I've never seen a sunscreen that has, like, you know, a tint where it doesn't make me like kind of break out, because I have noticed, like, whenever we're tinted kind of sunscreens, they slightly make my skin feel a little bit like texturized, like clogged pores. So if you guys have any other suggestions for tinted sunscreens besides this one or the Ulta MD one, which is actually pretty good, besides those two, if you have any other suggestions, please let me know in the comments down below. Alright, last but not least skincare item, is that the last one? Yep, it's the last one, is, I've talked about this a lot, like everything pretty much that I'm talking about, a lot of things that I'm talking about today right now are stuff that I've mentioned in previous months as well, on my Insta stories, because I haven't been filming my favorites videos every month like I usually used to, but now I'm back at it. So the last but not least skincare item is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. And it's just really nice, and you just put it on before you go to sleep and you wake up with nice soft supple lips, and it's amazing. It's the only thing that I use in the winter time, especially. Usually chapsticks leave your lips feeling really dry, that's why you gotta keep reapplying, so make sure you just, you know, research what ingredients are in your lip care item. Alright, so moving on to makeup, and I'm not quite sure if I've talked about this in a video or not, probably not. Even if I have, I'm just going to go ahead and mention it. It's this Morphe spray right here, and I don't think I've mentioned it in a video, but I very recently started using this, and I'm obsessed with it because of the mist, because, you know, continuous and such an even fine mist, and I don't think I've ever used a spray bottle that had such a, you know, even misting feature on there. Alright, the next makeup item is this Dior Forever Undercover foundation. You guys have seen me talk about it and review it. If you haven't, I'll link it somewhere up here so you can check it out. And I've just been like obsessed with this foundation, and for someone who has dry skin, I think the fact that I'm using a matte foundation even in the winter time and it's not like, you know, drying me out, says a lot about how good this foundation is. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, I think it would be really good for a lot of skin types, and it's just so portable and friendly and so tiny, but you get like more than 1 fluid ounce, so it's just really good. By the way, I'm in this shade 025. I think that's like a nude beige or something like that from what I remember. Anywho, moving on to the next makeup item is something that's relatively new that I've been using. It's the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. It's in the color Translucent Light. I believe they only come out with 2 shades. It's the Perfect Setting Powder. It's not the other one. Forgot what the other one's called. But it is so finely milled, and I only use this to set my under eyes, and it is so good. I like how it comes with this feature. You can like pop it open, and it's just really finely milled. I can't use a Laura Mercier to set, you know, my under eyes. It's just way too drying, but this is like way less drying, and it just helps set my under eyes. You could also use this like all over your face, and it won't make you look really matte, and it won't like dry you out. But if Laura Mercier is too drying for you, then you should definitely check this one out. Alright, so the next 2 items I'm going to be talking about, you guys have seen me, at least one of them, you've seen me talk about it already. That is the Morphe James Charles palette. I am obsessed with it. It has so many cool colors. I'm actually wearing the shade, let me show you which shade I'm wearing. I'm wearing this shade on my lower lash line. And recently I've just been really into smoking out my lower lash line. And then I am wearing like a blue eyeliner by Smashbox in the waterline. I'm also wearing the brown, and I'm wearing this shade right here, and then also this shade on all over my eyelid. So yeah, this is just a cool, fun palette. I feel like the price point is right. 39 shades for 39 bucks. And you get like an array of shades in terms of like neutrals and colorful shades, and I think those are really good. You guys have messaged me asking if I think it's worth it, and honestly, since I made it into my favorites, you know it's worth it. The pigments, the colorful ones, some of them are pressed pigments, so you just have to be careful in terms of like, you know, you need to like push it on before you blend it out, which if you saw my video I explained in that. And yeah, I think it works better with a primer, so if you guys have a primer, then it would be better if you have Tarte Shape Tape, like I said in the video, which I compared it to. I compared both of them side by side. I honestly feel like the Tarte Shape Tape didn't do as bad of a job, but just make sure it's like set before you go in with the powders, just because it'll be the same consistency as using a primer, which is more of a dry consistency. But yeah, besides that, I've been loving this palette. I think this is like the palette of the year, to be quite honest, because it just has every color you possibly could need. And yeah, I'll be doing lots more looks with this, so stay tuned for that. So the next makeup item that I have is actually this, whoops, almost dropped it. This is the Smashbox Holidays Contour and Highlight Palette. It looks like this. The packaging looks so pretty. It has a huge mirror, and then you get 9 beautiful shades. So at the ends, at each of the corners, there's highlighters, and then these two are like kind of they're spotlight shades. I feel like it's like a highlighting powder. Then you also have a matte highlight, you get a contour, and also a bronze and then a contour, which you guys know I was in the market to buy a new highlighting and contour palette, so this is the one. I've been using it like non-stop. I love it. I love how it has the snowflakes on there. It's just so cute and so pretty. Although I do have to say the packaging is amazing, but it's quite heavy. Oh, and by the way, this retails for like $39, so for 9 shades for $39, that is a good deal. That is a good deal. So if you're looking to buy a holiday palette, I highly recommend this one. Alright, I have another makeup item. I think this is the second to last one, so bear with me. This is something that I actually picked up when I was in Europe, and I totally forgot about it because I put it with the stuff that I was gonna review, like, you know, reviewing European makeup, reviewing Turkish makeup. I just forgot about it, which I'm still gonna make those videos. It's just I just have to remember to do that. But anyways, I picked this up from Kiko. If you don't know, it's like an Italian makeup brand. Kiko has like different kinds of correctors and stuff. So I picked this one up, and this is in the shade 02 Orange, and it is so good for underneath the eyes, and I've just been obsessed with it. Like, I've been using it non-stop, and it just helps like take away the darkness underneath my eyes, like before I put on concealer. And I wish I could like order more of this online. I actually haven't looked for it, so if I find it, I will leave a link below. And it was very affordable too, so I think it was like a few euros. It wasn't like too expensive either. Alright, so another makeup item that I have is you guys know I've been trying out a lot of concealers this year. I've tried out the Cover FX one, Tarte Shape Tape that I've used to use. Also the Bendy Avocado Concealer from First Aid Beauty, and also the Argan Oil Concealer by Josie Maran, which by the way I love for dry skin, mature skin. It really helps hydrate and not give you that crepiness under your eyes, but it's very expensive. It's very expensive. You know why? Because it's like, for the amount that you get like twice the amount for like, you know, Tarte Shape Tape, or even the concealer I'm about to talk about. So this is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation concealer, but it looks like a foundation ball because you get a lot. I think you get like half a foundation amount, yeah, 0.50 fluid ounces. That's like half like a foundation. So yeah, I've just been really loving this. I'm in the shade Vanilla. It does not crease like the Tarte Shape Tape, and especially during the winter time, I do not need any crepey looking under eyes. So yeah, highly recommend this over, I actually recommend this over any other concealer that I've tried so far, to be honest. Price point's right, amount is right, coverage is right, everything is really good. So I highly recommend this. Alright, so moving on from skincare and makeup, the next item that I have is actually just something that's kind of random, but I thought I should share. I've actually talked about this on my Insta stories, and as soon as I talked about it, everywhere I went, they didn't have this scent. And I was just like, man, I should have stocked up before I said anything. This is the Dove Dry Spray Lavender Fresh deodorant, and I'm really picky about deodorants, and this one is so refreshing and nice and clean, and this scent specifically is like my favorite. This one, it says new on there, but let me tell you, they used to have this scent with like a slightly lighter lilac purple cap, and it was called Lavender Fresh, and then they took it away for a little bit, and now it's back, but in a different, like, the scent is the same but also a little bit different, but this is the best scent you can find. So I highly recommend, if you're someone who sweats a lot like me, like sweats through sweaters, t-shirts, sweatshirts, then you would really like this because it does keep the sweat at bay and you smell really good. Okay, so another item that I have is actually not in front of me. It's actually a book. You guys know I love to give you my favorite book of the month. And the book of the month that I read last month, I think I started in October and then finished in November. It's called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and this was actually recommended to me by one of my friends who thought this would be a great book to read. So I've heard of that book, I just never picked it up, and sure enough, when I read it, it was like something I wish I would have read like earlier, like when I was like in my teenage years maybe. And it is so good. It is like a timeless classic. I feel like it's one of the books that I think every teenager, like past the age of 15, should read. Every person past the age of 15, not just teenagers. Every person past the age of 15 should read that book because it really tells you how to think differently, especially if you are someone who wants to be an entrepreneur or anything along that line. Alright, so last but not least, this is my last favorite of the month. It's the song by Clean Bandit and Luis Fonsi, and then Marina and the Diamonds. She's in there too. It's called Baby. So I'm going to play a little bit for you. So this is actually like a really like sad but like pumped up kind of song, you know how it is these days, but I have been so obsessed with this song. I probably listen to it like 10 times a day, like no joke. I love it. It's just really catchy, and I think you would love it too, so I will leave the music video down below. As always, I will list everything down below, and if you have any other questions, go ahead and give me a comment down below and I'll be sure to answer that. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, give me a like and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. With that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!